Do you guys go to work every morning? If you do, or if you have a job, please leave it in the comment section below. Do you guys own your own digital marketing agency? Are you guys freelancing? I'm curious. Just let me know in the comment section below. The reason why I asked is because I used to wake up every day at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I used to get ready, eat, shower, and do whatever I had to do in the morning, and I'd be on the road by 5:20 to a job an hour and 20 minutes away from my house, to a job I really didn't like, and to a job I had to answer to people that didn't know what they were doing, or didn't know how to manage a business or run a business or micromanage people, and it was just overall just a shit show. And it was just that point in time where I was thinking in my head like, damn, I'm waking up every day at 4, and it's not even to better myself. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not eating better. I'm eating like shit because I'm working 80 hours a week. But I'm literally waking up at 4 a.m. to make somebody else richer. I would be taking phone calls at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night to make somebody else richer. Now, you got to really think about that. You're making somebody else rich when you go to a job. That's just how I see it. And that is why I decided to make my own digital marketing agency, because I've had some background in it, and I've been learning so much the last year and a half that I've been in business. I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and obviously go into the top 10 tips on what helped me and what I did to better myself. And hopefully these tips will help you guys and not make the same mistakes that I did. Again, I'm just curious if you guys own a digital marketing agency, if you guys are a freelancer, so sole proprietor, go ahead, leave it in the comment section below. I'm just curious. Let me go ahead and just jump right into these tips, and pretty much how I made $12,000 in March with my digital marketing agency. Now, I'm just picking March because it was the highest month. January, February, and April, I was ranging anywhere from 10 to 11,000. I don't have the numbers for May yet. Hopefully, if some payments went through, and we'll definitely see how that goes. Um, Let me go ahead and just jump right in, guys. And if you have any other questions, please leave it in the comment section below. Number one, actually know what you're doing. Now, here's a small story for you guys. When I very, very first started emailing businesses, I emailed this one chiropractor business, and it was up here in, where I live in Asperia. And I asked him, hey, are you looking for SEO services? And he was, oh, let me get back to you. So he got back to me, and he pretty much put me in my place and humbled me a little bit. He told me that he had his guy look at it, and he says, a company that's coming after, for local SEO should have SEO done on their website. And that was like a boom to the heart. So have your website done, understand what you're doing, take Udemy courses, take random courses around the area, free. There's so much free information on the internet, for YouTube, on Google. Some people that I like to watch: Neil Patel, Gary Vee, Juan Marino, Chase Reiner, Better Bistro Media. It's just actually take the time to learn the craft. I've been in business for about a year and a half. After that email, I didn't start contacting people until I knew what I was doing, probably a couple months down the road. And there's so much more to just SEO in general. You got on page, you got off page, you got technical, you got keyword placements, you got there's so much. I just named the top: backlinks, PBNs, Web 2.0s. There's so much. So definitely know what you're doing before you actually start contacting the client. Number two, cold calling. Now, I know there's people that shit on cold calling. I know there's people that love cold calling. You guys got to understand, I landed my very first client, one of my very first clients, through cold calling. And they're a client today, and they're paying about $4,000 a month. Now, I found a client for $4,000 a month through cold calling. That's just it. There's no secret formula to it. There's no how I did this. There's no I made $50,000 this week. There's none of that. It was a simple cold call. That's it. There is nothing different on it. Now, I have a script that helped me extremely, extremely well, that I created, and I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the comment section below, in the information section below, and you're going to be able to, get in, and hopefully you can use it to your advantage. But I first landed them $1,500, with a website, and then I upselled them $4,000 for SEO because they wanted blogs, they wanted pages done, they wanted a bunch of stuff done. And I was able to do that. So don't frown on cold calling. I will have another video on my YouTube channel explaining cold calling and going kind of in depth, maybe like a live phone call or something like that. Number three, a website. Make sure your on-page SEO is done. That's pretty much going back to number one. Make sure your stuff is done before you contact a client. Your H1 tags, your meta descriptions, your alt tags. Make sure you have optimized pages for local SEO, social media marketing, any type of services that you're doing. Make sure there's content on it. Make sure you know what you're talking about. Don't just start an agency to start an agency. As a matter of fact, I was browsing through freaking some of my Facebook groups, and some dude was saying, "Hey, I'm going to start my own digital marketing agency." And someone asked him, "Well, how much experience do you have?" He goes, "Oh, a week." Are you kidding me? Like, this is why the industry is getting so shit on, and why business owners are kind of looking at it and seeing, like, they're kind of scared about it, because these people are good at talking, but they're not good at delivering results, and then that's just, it shits on everybody. Number four, something I should have done way before, but I didn't. Set up an LLC and set up a bank account. It just, you're able to track expenses. You're able to track, what's going out, what's coming in, well, who you're paying, what you're paying, how much you're making, how much they're making. Just have it. It's so, so important. And, just set up an LLC to kind of protect yourself. I set up an LLC for multiple purposes. If I ever had to bankrupt the business, if I ever got sued, they're suing the business, they're not suing you specifically. It's just something, I'm not a scumbag, I'm not going to let anybody sue me, but the thing is, you got to have an LLC set up so you can actually be safe. So just something to really think about. Number five, web design clients. This is more informational. When you guys start actually finding web design clients, trust me, it's easy. There's you can literally go on Google and check out Google ads, and don't click on the ads, for the love of God, don't click on the ads, but just hover over it, copy it, and open up a new browser so you don't waste their money. And most of these websites are just awful. You can go ahead and give them a buzz and be like, "Hey, I see that you're running Google ads. I noticed you didn't have a website. I'm just curious. Do you want a website?" And they'll go in and they'll start talking, and they'll start going into it. But so anyway, going back to it, when you get web design clients, make sure in your contract it says they have 60 days to get everything to you. If you don't hear from them, you're going to pack up the website, you're going to invoice them for the last half, and call it a day. Now, what we do is we charge anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for a website. We charge 50% up front, and they pay it, and that's it. We get the website done, they pay the rest of it, and we're done. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Some clients, I've had a handful of these clients, and it's crazy to me to this day. We have a dentistry that we've been working with since January. It's been 150 days, and we are still not done with the website because they are terrible at communication. They can't get us what we need, and we need photos. We're not dentistries. I'm not a dentist. I don't know the processes of root canals. I don't know the processes of putting on braces. We need that information because we can do anything. It's just we need the expertise from their field. Now they paid $5,000 up front, and we're still 150 days in. So my advice to you: make sure in a contract or anything that they sign, make sure you put 60 days that they need to get information to you, or you're gonna go ahead and just turn over the website to them. They forfeited the 50% and charge them the other half for wasting your time. That's basically what we do now. So it's just something to really think. Again, this is just informational purposes only. There are people out there that will pay you money and then just stop talking. It's crazy. It's happened multiple times to us. We're sending emails, we're calling, we're trying to get in touch with them. We don't just leave them in the dark. We're an agency that is up to date every couple of days with you, or weekly, depending on the schedule of the clients. Number 6, email marketing. Send emails. When I say send emails, don't just send emails to spam, but send emails to your local businesses. Check out your Chamber of Commerce. Send emails to your Chamber of Commerce. I also would suggest to look up something called mixmax.com. It's a email software where it shows you how if they open their email, how many times they opened your email, and it's just something to really have. It's really important to have. That's going to be another video as well, but we'll definitely talk about that after. Number 7. Now, this is something that I wish I knew when I first started out. Do not sell on the first email, phone call, or meeting. Don't do it. There was so many times that I was trying to sell on the first phone call, on the first email, and they were asking about pricing. And when they ask you about pricing, you feel inclined like, oh, 1,500, oh, 2,000, oh, we can do this, 2,000. No, 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 we can definitely do this. I put the placements of the keywords, and we'll get you up on number one on Google. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please, I promise you, you're gonna love me for this tip. The first email, the first phone call, the first meeting, that's pretty much a discovery meeting. Listen to the client. Listen to the client. Okay? Don't just assume what they need. Ask them questions. Ask them questions about their website. Ask them questions about their business. How much revenue they're making. How much money? How much revenue they're making. How long they've been in business. How many employees do they have? Do they have any trucks? Do you have a building? Are you meeting at a Starbucks? Just multiple questions about them. And then when they come to you and ask about a price, tell them, you don't want to necessarily give them a price right now. You want to go back to your team, kind of put everything together and see where you're at. If they persist, because I've had people persist, I ballpark them. I say, honestly, it could be anywhere from 750 to 5,000, depending on what you want. And then they feel more inclined and they're like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then you make another, then you schedule another meeting. And if you schedule the next meeting, that's where you close, and that's where you go in and say, okay, you bring the proposal, you bring the invoice, you bring everything, and have them sign right then and there, and boom, that's it. You're done. You're done. But again, the best tip ever: don't sell on the first email, the first phone call, or the first meeting. You're just being too pushy. There are so many other more digital marketing agencies out there, and you got to be confident. You got to have that kind of swag toward you. Can't just go instantly and try and sell it. That's like basically going out on a date and expecting you're gonna have sex the first time. Don't. It's insane. It's crazy. Don't do it. I promise you, that's probably the best tip in this video. Number 8, backlinks, referring domains, white hat SEO and black hat SEO. Now, I learned white hat SEO. I'm also a fan of black hat SEO. A lot of people are gonna hate me for that. I'm curious. What do you guys use? Do you use white hat SEO? Do you use black hat SEO? Now, the reason why I even say black hat SEO is because there have been clients that have asked for it, and I have done it. Now, the thing is, you guys gotta understand, you're not gonna get penalized. Your website's not gonna go down. Nothing's gonna happen to your website because there's a market for it. You gotta understand that. There is a market for black hat SEO. There is a market for backlinks to buy. There's a market for referring domains. If it was such frowned upon, there wouldn't be a fucking market for it. So I need people to stop bitching about how black hat SEO is going to penalize you, or Google's going to find you, or YouTube's going to shut your shit down. It's not going to happen. Okay? Obviously, if you go to the slums of the earth and get the shittiest PBNs ever in Russia, maybe they'll penalize you there. You got to do your research, on the black hat side of things. When it comes to white hat SEO, backlinks, referring domains, stuff like that, check around your local areas, guys. Send out to blogs, email businesses, see who wants to collaborate. See if you can put blogs up on different websites. Write out blogs and try and email people. That's what it's all about. It's all about networking. It's all about grinding at the end of the day. Number 9, utilizing your social media platforms. I was not doing this when I first started. I was so invested and so busy with clients that I couldn't do it. Instagram, Facebook, all my stuff was just going down. And it was terrible. I actually had to hire somebody because I just have so much going on with actual clients and building their brand up. I wasn't thinking about myself, and that's the problem. I believe I mentioned it in the video earlier. I got hit in November, December. I made $0 there. Luckily in December I made a couple thousand. But the thing is, I wasn't utilizing, my social media platforms. I was just too busy on the client itself. Now think about this. You can have a client and be working on them. And then 3 months down the road, they could be like, okay, thanks, Joseph. You guys did a great job, but we don't want to do SEO anymore. We're going to chill out and see how everything goes with the budget. Then you're screwed. You got to utilize your social media platforms to get more business in, to get more people in while you're still working with clients. Unfortunately, I couldn't micromanage, good enough. I had to hire somebody, and she's doing a great job with my social media platforms now. You know, if you guys are better at doing what you do, make sure you guys have something planned out. I'm gonna go into depth of what we do now, with number 9 in another video. So just off these alone, I have 3 more videos coming for you guys. Um, but overall, it's like a calendar of some sort, and I have all the scheduled posts out for the next 5 days, and that's just what I love to do. And then number 10, relax. Just relax. I'm coming to you as a person. Just a normal person to a normal person. Relax. It's gonna happen if you're gonna put in the time, put in the effort. You're gonna get clients. That's it. If you know what you're doing, you're gonna get clients. Don't get discouraged if people say no thanks. Don't get discouraged if you have a meeting and you never hear from them again. There's so many businesses out there. I think someone actually in my Facebook group broke it down because I asked, "Oh, is digital marketing oversaturated?" And he says that every agency in the United States would have to manage 1,400 businesses for it to be oversaturated, and that made me feel good, honestly. And the thing is, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. You gotta be calm. You gotta be collective, and you gotta do the work. It's all hard work. That's it. There's no special formula. There's no secrets. There's no 100% revealing this, 100% revealing that. There's no course that's gonna make you better because all the courses are the same shit. That's why I would recommend going to Udemy because they're cheaper and they explain stuff just as every other course does. The $500 to $1,000 courses. But just relax and know that if you put in enough time, it's gonna work. I promise you. Again, my name is Joseph Lopez. If you guys have stuck through this video this long, thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna make sure this stuff gets popping real soon. So other than that, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.